and welcome to an Organized Chaos podcast. My name is Bobby Quarters. Chaos is here with me.
Hey.
Hey. So, we're here to talk about some movies, music, whatever else crosses our mind. But here is also the home of the most unbiased, genuine thoughts. We're not going to do anything just to say it, just to make money off of it, because we don't make a lot of money off this. In fact, we don't make anything. We just give our opinions. And our opinions are free and unsolicited, but they're not hateful ones. That is the important thing.
Yes.
But also, while you're here, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Bobby Quarters, the podcast channel, Organized Chaos Podcast, and Chaos's channel while you're at it. So thank you for watching, and do enjoy.
It's showtime. Get over here! Johnny will definitely die.
Holy shit. It's Matt Murdock.
But it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Then this should be tons of fun.
Daredevil Born Again Season 2, now streaming.
I've just made a deal that'll keep the Empire out of here forever.
We would be honored if you would join us.
I had no choice. They arrived right before you did. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, too.
Can I get a little more water?
What?
Nothing. I just asked for more water.
So, how we doing? Leia, how's the soup? You ever had soup this good?
Yes, on Alderaan.
Hey, princess, let it go.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Hello. Ah, yes. I'm so glad Robot Chicken brought us that deleted scene because I was always wondering what happened in that dinner. But
that remastered scene.
Yes, fully remastered. They look a little bit like toys, but that's actually the actors. Don't worry.
That's just the grain of the film.
It was the grain, yes. How's it going, Bobby?
It's going pretty good.
So yeah, we're going into the Star Wars trilogy, which is fun. And then but we're also talking about the conclusion of Daredevil Born Again season 2, and we're talking about Mortal Kombat 2, the second Mortal Kombat 2. A second time's a charm apparently.
Yeah.
But once we get into Empire, I also plan on going over some of the reaction to Empire at the time it came out, which I think will be put it into a little bit of historical context. But are we ready to dive right into Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Let's go ahead and bring this up. Mortal Kombat 2, introducing Karl Urban's Johnny Cage. This is a sequel to the 2021 Mortal Kombat movie. Like I said,
yeah, it's
kind of yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have feelings about this as I do the first one, which was kind of rather disappointed. There was parts of it I did genuinely enjoy.
I don't.
There was a lot of it that was very painfully predictable.
Oh God. Yes, we can get into the more details. Yes, but there's definitely elements where I'm like, oh fuck, man, come on.
Like there's something that happened where I had said a character delivered a line.
Yes. Oh, I know.
And
Exactly
then they said a line.
Yeah.
And I went, well, he's gonna die. And
yes.
Not even minutes after that, he dies.
Yes.
And it's just kind of fucking wow, really? Like, I mean, I would have given it some time, let that breathe a little, but I mean, it's I hope the rest of the movie isn't going to be that predictable.
Mm-hmm.
And then another character later in a later fight scene does some act and then immediately dies after it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And that one I was like, wow. Like this one I was like a little surprised about, but it was kind of more of like, you might be writing yourself into a corner here, guys.
Well,
but okay, movie.
I mean, before we get too far into details,
I will say this: I did love the Baraka stuff.
The Baraka stuff was great. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that was actually pretty charming.
Yeah, that was fucking amazing. I loved that.
Before we get too far in details, I'll give you just my quick overview. I would actually say I enjoyed this one more than the other ones.
I enjoyed it a little bit more.
Yes,
not by much.
I don't.
This was still. I would still call this a little disappointing.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I still don't know if I'd quite call this good, but
no, it's serviceable in comparison to the first one.
Yes. And in many ways, almost works as like a soft reboot because, like,
that is better than a Trump joke, Chris.
Yeah,
he would just claim that he invented Mortal Kombat, and nobody is as Mortal Kombat-y as him. Like,
it's the most Mortal Kombat ever.
Even with my tiny hands, I could hit every single combo.
Yeah, I knew every single fatality. I knew everything.
I knew immortality before it was a thing.
Like this almost works. Like if you just walk into a theater and haven't seen the original, you could probably just walk in on this one pretty comfortably.
If you're watching in the YouTube version, the shot we have up of Johnny Cage, the one that's just over his shoulder, that looks like the Mission Impossible thing.
Yeah.
That I thought that was I laughed in the theater. I thought that was funny.
But yeah, the movie, I almost want to say dual stars, but it's actually leans towards, I'd say, Katana more than anybody else.
Yeah, it really does.
So like the movie starts with Katana, who is a new character to this version of the franchise, and we follow her a lot, but we also follow Johnny Cage because pretty much Katana is serving the outer realm. I think that's what it's called.
Outrealm.
And Outworld, thank you. And then Johnny Cage is from Earthrealm, and he's and has been actor in this one, which I like that. Like, I wasn't expecting that because I'm so used to Johnny Cage just being the big star celebrity, And this one, they decided to play it up a little bit differently in that he was the big celebrity, and now he's just sitting at an empty table at a convention with nobody.
With what we even hear somebody audibly walking past. Jesus, he looks like shit.
Yes. And I do really like Karl Urban in this. I think he's obviously having fun. But yeah, this is I really just enjoy that. He's a has-been, but he's been chosen to do Mortal Kombat, and so he goes and does but he essentially says no. But unfortunately, him saying no seems like it doesn't matter because he ends up getting called to a fight anyway that he loses. And I did think this was funny. I did see some chuds talk about how they advertised Johnny Cage would be the main character, but then he loses his first fight. And it's like, he still is a very relevant character. So like, it is made clear that like, while most of the time the fight ends with a fatality, not always. And his fight doesn't end with fatality. So he still has a role to play after this. Mainly with the best stuff being the Braca stuff, where they're trying to get entrance to some castle, and they have to go through Braca's territory. And Liu Kang challenges Braca to a fight, and Braca's like, I don't wanna. And to get him to fight, Johnny pretty much says, "Oh, it's okay if you're a pussy. If you're a coward and too scared to fight Liu Kang." And Braca goes, "Oh, you know what? Now I do want to fight. But I want to fight you." So he has to fight Johnny Cage, who is scared shitless at that point.
Yeah.
And spending a decent amount of the fight just running around trying to hide. It's probably the highlight of the movie.
It really was.
But I don't know. I also really enjoyed the fight between Liu Kang and his resurrected brother, which, by the way, pretty much everybody who dies in the first one is resurrected in this one. And there's a lot of characters that die in this one, and I can pretty much guess what's going to happen in the next one.
Yeah.
But going a bit into the story, so like I was suspicious, like, here, let's go back. No, wait, I don't want to go home. Here, I want to show. Okay. So in the first one, they made a whole new character named Cole Young for that movie, and he was the main protagonist, and he's right here, and he gets about like 6th or 7th credit in this movie. And when I saw this publicity and like, oh, there's the main character of the last movie, and how low he was credited in this one, like in my head, I was like, wow, I imagine he's not going to do well in this movie.
Yeah, no, I figured
yeah,
he wasn't the one I called though, but I think thinking back though, I knew he was.
Yeah.
Because he also said, like, before I left this, I said, goodbye to my wife and my kid, the things I care about the most in this world, knowing well that there's a chance I may never see them again. And hearing that going, yeah, I don't think you're going to last long. And then he died in the next fight.
No, he spends like, it's not this long, but it feels like 5 minutes to talk about how, I'm fine dying in this battle. This I've chosen this and I know it's worthy. So if I have to die for this, it's and he keeps on going about it. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ. Why don't you just sign your death warrant while you're at it?
Yeah, but
man.
This wasn't the character or the line that made me think that, actually.
Oh, okay. For me, he just kept on yakking about it. I'm like, Jesus.
I knew he was, and I was like,
so...
and also like because he was the main character of the first one, and how little he was in this one so far, and all that makes me go, yeah, I don't think you're gonna last too long in this one, buddy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, his first fight ends up being against Shao Kahn, who is the main villain of this one, saying Shang takes a back seat in this one, although he's still very much there. But yeah, he ends up fighting Shao Kahn, and to his credit, he does a decent job, but he still gets his he gets his head splattered with a hammer quite graphically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we could like pretty much almost all the characters die in this, except Sonya and Johnny. I'll be honest.
Yeah, when Jax said his line, that was the
Yeah,
one where I knew
yeah.
like Jax is gonna die.
Yeah,
And then yep, there it is.
yeah.
The Liu Kane one, that one I was more like I saw it coming, but still I was more like
Liu Kang could go either way.
I was more like, wow, really, movie? We have the balls to do this? Like we're gonna kill Liu Kane. Okay.
But his death was so obviously setting up for the next movie, because like he literally gets stabbed through the heart and he's like, I now know my true mission. You see his spirit form like teleport out, and it's like, oh
yeah, and then you see him as like he enters God mode, and it's like, oh, so hey Lou, since you got all this power now, like, you know, we could use some help.
Yeah.
Nope, you're just gonna leave. Okay.
But yeah. Like I said, I think I probably enjoyed this one more than the other ones, but yeah, I don't think this one's great. I don't know if I would ever quite call them good. I don't know. I think I think I found this entertaining enough in the theater.
Yeah, it was entertaining enough.
I mean, it's a 156-minute movie. It felt more like a 90-minute movie for me. So
yeah, when the resurrected Kun Lao comes back and almost kills Raiden, that gives us some stakes for the final bits.
Yeah.
I think my favorite moment is when all the pieces came together and they destroyed the amulet they had to, and Shang Tsung's son was in that was in his temple ready to kill Raiden.
Yeah,
and just that moment was kind of like fun to watch because I was like, "Yeah, you fucked up, Shang Tsung."
Yeah, yeah,
Raiden's
fucked up some shit.
And him just going, "You should be dead. You should be running." And that's like, yeah. Finally, Raiden's coming true to the person who I've wanted to see on the big screen. And
yeah.
That moment was nice. Also, I wasn't surprised that they brought back Scorpion since they already brought back a crispy Sub-Zero.
Yeah,
which I think was supposed to be Noob Saibot or maybe Smoke. I don't know.
Yeah, Bihan. Yeah, when they resurrected Sub-Zero, I was like, oh, are they just gonna do Sub-Zero versus Scorpion again? And yeah, they do. And I will admit, when they got to that fight, I was like, I feel like we did this already, guys.
Just because we have him rendered black at like crispy and like purple spirit doesn't mean it's still different. It's still Scorpion versus Sub-Zero.
And then Kano comes back, and I will admit I do enjoy Josh Lawson's performance as Kano.
And he did do a face turn in this, and he was a good guy in the end. So that was nice.
I mean, I and they did it in a way that made sense for the character too, because he was just like, yeah, I was at Outworld. Those guys suck. I don't want to live there.
Yeah, have you been there? Have you looked around? It looks fucking terrible. I don't want that for Earth.
Fucking awful. I want Earthrealm to win.
Yeah, I don't want that for Earth. And it's just, you know what? All of that is. Oh, he was definitely extra crispy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Like I said, I think Karl Urban was a good a conclusion in the cast. I do like him as an actor. Very, obviously very different from Billy Butcher, who just saw last week. But yeah. I would say if you're a fan of the 2021 movie, you will definitely enjoy this one, because I liked it a bit more than that movie. For me, I think there was probably a bit more memorable moments in this one than I thought in the 2021 movie.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's not great art or anything. So take it as it is, I guess.
The pit fight was pretty cool.
Yeah.
With Sonya and Sindel. That was pretty cool, but also I knew it was just to push the plot along and then the cast out.
Mm-hmm. And I already brought up Liu Kang and his resurrected brother. I'm brain farting on his name.
Kung Lao.
Kung Lao, yes. I did like that fight too, especially at the point where Liu Kang pretty much figured out that he could win. And I did like after he figured out he could win, like pretty much from that point on, like he offers, Kung Lao, like, essentially, let's join up. We don't have to fight like this. And Kung Lao decides to continue to fight. And from that point on, like, Liu Kang is just dominating the fight. And the one moment where it looks like it's close for Kung Lao might get a hit, Liu Kang just flips it on him. And yeah, it's done. I did enjoy that. But I don't know. It's a Mortal Kombat movie. Take it for what it is.
Yeah.
I still wouldn't call it good. But it's I don't know. I probably enjoyed this one more than the other ones. Am I fascinated to watch it again? Am I excited to watch again? No.
Nah.
Yeah. It was fine. I've had worse experiences, but yeah. Dive in if you're a huge Mortal Kombat fan. Otherwise, anything you want to add, Bobby?
Nah.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Yeah, like this was like again a little underwhelming, but
yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. So next up is Daredevil Born Again, the second half of season 2. We get to see the fate of Vanessa, because I was really wondering about that. We get to see kind of the descent of Kingpin. We get to see Jessica Jones finally show up. We get to see Daniel's fate, which I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Before we get into details, I'll just go ahead and say I really enjoyed this season. I thought this was really good. I thought this was quite well done. And I do really feel like season 1 and season 2, like I feel like if memory serves, I think when it was announced as a 16-episode season. They decided to split up into 2 8-episode seasons. And it does kind of feel like that. It feels like season 1 and 2 are just one story. And it does wrap up kind of nicely at the end of this. But yeah, I like what they do with this storyline overall. The trial was quite cool. What do you think, Bobby?
Yeah, I enjoyed the trial part of it too. I really liked how this whole season wrapped up, and I do feel that it's definitely gonna tease into a little bit of the new Spider-Man movie.
Oh yeah, and I think it gives way. Obviously, I think Daredevil Born Again season 3 is likely to happen at some point, but also sets up some other potential spin-offs going on, which I'd be very interested to see. But yeah, diving a bit more into story details. The 5th episode is pretty much about Vanessa at the hospital and them trying to bring her back to life. Not bring her back to life, but the doctors trying to save her. Kingpin obviously stressed about that. And Daredevil and Bullseye on the run from Kingpin's anti-vigilante task force. I'll be honest. Towards the end of this episode, I was like, okay, it seems like Vanessa's in stable condition. And then, yeah, there's the twist where Vanessa flat out just dies, and that kind of pushes Kingpin over the edge, which I thought was a interesting place to push the character, because, yeah, holy shit. When he kills the doctor at the beginning of episode 6, like, damn, yeah, I kind of saw that coming, but holy shit.
Yeah, I saw that coming too. I was like, I would not be doing that, Doc.
Yeah, the doctor's like, here, give me a hug. And it's like,
oh God, oh, you damn fool.
Yeah. But yeah, we get introduced to Jessica Jones, who behind the scenes
reintroduced. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true. But behind the scenes, that we didn't realize that Daredevil had to ask Jessica Jones to investigate something for him, and she found information, and because of that information, Daredevil had her look into Charles, who is the Matthew Lillard character. And because she was looking into it, some CIA guys come to her house where she's taking care of her daughter, and that gets her pissed off.
Which, admittedly, seeing that, I was like, "Oh, you damn fools!"
Yeah.
You picked the wrong house.
Yeah.
She's gonna fuck you guys up.
Well, yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, listen, Daredevil has a no-kill rule. Jessica Jones isn't going to go out of the way to kill you, but she doesn't have a no-kill rule.
Let me just, like you said, Daredevil has a no-kill rule.
Yeah.
That doesn't exist with Jessica Jones.
No, she doesn't have one. Shit.
She doesn't have one.
Yeah, do not fuck with her.
She won't outright do it, but that doesn't mean she has a no-kill rule.
Yeah. It doesn't mean it's off the table. But yeah, and she ends up going to Daredevil and be like, yeah, they visited my house and now I'm ready to kick some ass, pretty much. And while all this is going on, we're dealing with BB and Daniel, who essentially what's the name of the assassin? He has a simple name. I'm brain farting.
Bullseye?
Though. No, not Bullseye. The assassin working for Kingpin.
Oh,
Buck.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Buck. Yeah, there's this terrifying assassin that works with Kingpin, although not as terrifying as Bullseye. But you know,
I don't think they would have gotten off easy if Luke was there, because the kid was there, and I think that might have just, you know, like, not quite arms being ripped out of sockets, but unmerciful beatings. Yes.
Yes. Oh God, yes. But yeah. So Buck is feeding Daniel information to see if BB is the leak, and BB is, of course, the leak. But essentially, she just she gets the false information, and she decides not to go forward with it. And her and Daniel end up in a confrontation, and Daniel's pretty much supposed to take her in, undoubtedly, to be executed. And he decides to go on the run with her, and that doesn't last too long, as he just kind of sends her off on her own as he goes and faces Buck, and Buck is like, where is she? He does a little bit of trying to get information from him, and then Buck kills Daniel, which I was not quite expecting that twist for that character, but like, it was like, damn, Daniel, I didn't know you had that much balls, because throughout these 2 seasons, he has been just the simp to Wilson Fisk. So to see him actually stand up to someone like Buck was like, damn, okay,
kid,
yeah, well done. Yeah, with Jess, they definitely got off easy. True. Well, Jess isn't as strong as Luke, too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Luke would have put them through some plaster.
But yeah, it all wraps up with Karen getting arrested and her being put on trial. Daredevil essentially, you know, he redirects the trial more towards Wilson Fisk, which, you know, is kind of fudging it. But the whole trial is kind of a kangaroo court anyway. So he's like, fuck it, I'm just going to put everything on the table. And he literally does. And
he outs himself as Daredevil.
Yeah, because they're like, okay, you're doing lots of testimony about the events on the Northern Star, but there's nobody alive that was on the Northern Star. And he said, actually, there is, because I am Daredevil and I was there. And the initial reaction, of course, how is a blind guy Daredevil? And then he does a little show off thing with his Billy Club. And it's like, nice.
That was like, okay.
Yeah, everybody's like, holy shit.
You technically disrespected the court there, Matt, but
like I said, it's also kind of a kangaroo court. Like,
yeah.
He is just kind of, you know, and he does successfully get the case dismissed. And then Kingpin goes on a rage, and almost the whole town shuts down as he
kills a bunch of protesters.
Yeah, a whole bunch of protesters outside the courthouse, and they start going into the courthouse, and Kingpin decides to essentially do a public address, kind of waging war against them. And then he leaves the courtroom and just starts murdering the protesters in the hallway, and it's like, holy shit. And it's pretty fucking wild and intense.
Yeah, as much as I hated Heather, it was enjoyable to watch her kill that puppet.
Oh yeah.
That was satisfying.
God.
Her little fall into madness was
yeah, she's got definitely more storyline to tell.
Yeah, I think I think she's gonna come back as that kill. I wanted to say Hush, but I know that's not the name.
No, Hush is Batman. I don't know.
Yes, I know, but
yeah.
You knew who I meant though.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I knew it wasn't.
Know,
I knew it wasn't Hush, but I wanted to say Hush because
yeah,
the masks are somewhat similar.
Man.
Muse,
I swear.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you.
Muse, thank you, Muse. Yes. But yeah. My opinion of Heather has just drastically gone down every single episode she's been in. It's
yeah,
like,
no, she's still a fucking bitch. But
oh god, she's awful. Like I remember in season 1 just being like, man, Matt, you could do so much better. What are you fucking doing, man?
God damn, Matt.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. But yeah, well, obviously she's gonna go into her own thing. Should we go ahead and spoil the little surprise cameo they had at the end here?
Yeah.
It's brief, but yeah, Luke Cage does pop up at the end, and we do see Jessica Jones and Luke Cage in the Alias Investigations office, which honestly I would be down for. Before they do Daredevil Born Again season 3, doing an Alias Investigation spinoff of maybe Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, the whole court trial kind of resolves. Daredevil's thrown in prison, and Kingpin is given a deal where essentially they'll let him go, but he pretty much has to leave the country and never ever come back. And so Daredevil's in prison at the end of this, and we see Wilson Fisk all by himself at this very nice looking beach, but you just know he's fucking pissed. He's like, he cannot go back to his city, and he's so kind of a cool resolution. And yeah, of course, Daredevil going to prison shows no good deed goes unpunished, which
I did like the scene of seeing all of those those special task force officers also in prison.
Yes.
And it's like with him, and just thinking like, well, if we get another follow-up, they're probably going to be trying to beat him up, and he's going to be kicking their ass every single day.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, you could just do a short follow-up that is mostly an action scene, and that could be
just him
fun.
beating their ass.
Yeah. I'd be all for it, especially if they do in the style of like the hallway fight in season 1, just like
you mean the very first season, the Netflix season?
Yeah, the Netflix season.
Just whooping some ass.
That huge one shot where just guys keep on coming at me. You just seem to get more and more exhausted as it goes by. Very cool. I think, Elektra in the Netflix series. I think in season 2 there was some moments I thought she was kind of cool, but there's also. I thought she was kind of bland in Defenders, which we haven't covered on this yet, but Task Force is in prison as well, but really, really fucking enjoyed this season. Quite good. I don't know if I'd quite say it's as good as Daredevil season 1 and 3 from Netflix, but they're definitely both better than season 2, I'd say.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I'd rank them. And honestly, that's good company, because even season 2 Daredevil Netflix, I don't know if I'd say it's a bad season. It's
a little rough.
Weaker spots.
It's a little rough.
It has like these golden patches with Kingpin and Punisher that's absolute fantastic, and then there's this hand stuff that's just dreadfully boring.
Yeah.
But it's a mixed bag on that one for sure. But this one is overall definitely better than that. I see people complaining that Wilson Fisk is the only villain, and I'll be honest, I think that's a weird complaint, considering he's the main villain of this series so far. But
they've read Daredevil books, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's also worth noting he is technically not the only villain here. Bullseye is here, and yes, while Bullseye and Daredevil do form an uneasy alliance here at the end, he's not a good guy. I mean, in fact, at the end of this season, he is actually in full Bullseye mode, actually in a Bullseye outfit and shit. So I'm assuming he'll come back and not be very helpful.
Well, I don't know. He was going away with Matthew Lillard, and it looks like we kind of know what the fate of his character is going to be.
Mm-hmm. But Nerdrotic is a moron. Well, yeah, he's a moron. But I definitely they could probably figure out something to do with Elektra going forward. But overall, this is a very good season.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you want to add, Bobby?
No, I think.
Okay, well, let's talk about this obscure indie movie. I don't know if you've heard of it.
Called
Star
Empire
Wars
Episode V.
Episode V, yeah, V. I wonder if it's related to the boys, like
Possibly.
Gen V, Episode V. Yeah,
man,
it could be the same thing. Yeah,
and it's the Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, back. I thought it was Bach.
Bach. Oh yeah, it's not foreign. Okay, yeah. It's Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite movies of all time.
I think that's fair. Yeah, I love this one. This is still number one Star Wars movie for me.
I watched it via like a Disney Plus and on the Star Wars thing. And yeah, it was still like, as we talked about with episode 4, A New Hope, it was the special edition ones. And I noticed something that they cut out.
Oh, intriguing.
And it's right in the beginning when Han and Leia are first kind of arguing, and she's like, "Oh, I just would have considered it was a Wookiee. That's fine." And he yells back, he could use a good kiss."
They cut that out?
Yeah.
Oh, I have the Blu-ray copy, and yeah, he definitely said that.
Yeah, no, they cut that out on the streaming version of it.
What the fuck? Like the streaming versions on Disney Plus are strange. There's weird edits I don't get. Yeah, the he could use a good kiss. I always thought was a funny line.
Yeah, it's a funny line because and then Leia just kind of looks randomly back, and I just went, wait, what the hell? Like, no, that's not how that. No.
Yeah. I just saw it yesterday. It was I would sooner kiss a Wookiee. I can arrange that. He could use a good kiss.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's a funny line.
It is a funny line.
And let's face it, man, Chewbacca could use some love. Come on, man.
I mean, I still had my favorite pastime of writing my own lines for Chewbacca in this.
Oh, that could be fun. I don't think I've ever done that. That could be a lot of fun.
I really only had one that I thought was funny from the first one. When Luke says, Nair, I'm going to put these on you, and Chewie growls out, and what Chewie's actually saying is the fuck you is.
Yeah. So how many times did Chewie say fuck you to Lando?
Pretty much the whole time he was choking him. Like, nah, dog, we ain't doing that. First growl, nah. I know he's like, yeah, I bet you do. And Leia just talking shit. And he's like, nah, go, princess. I'll take care of it.
Yeah.
Chewie was about to rip his arms off, I'm pretty sure.
But so the movie begins on the ice planet of Hoth. For the 5 people who don't know this, the beginning sequence where Luke is attacked by the abominable snowman on Hoth. I don't remember if it has a proper name. I don't think it does, but
it's like
it does.
It's something like, it's one word, but it's something.
But yeah, he's smashed in the face by the snowman, and Han
by the walking snow yeti.
But the whole reason that scene exists is because Mark Hamill was in a really bad accident and had to get some facial reconstruction surgery. The whole point is to explain that in the Star Wars canon. So instead of being a bad car accident, he was attacked by a snow yeti on Hoth. But yeah, one thing I really kind of appreciate rewatching this was how dedicated Han was when he realized Luke wasn't gone, because everybody was telling him, don't go out, it's gonna be too cold, you won't be able to save him. And Han's like, I'm gonna go go after my friend because he needs help, obviously. It kind of actually shows the evolution of Han as well, because like in the last movie, he's like just happy to take his money and go off, and he doesn't really become a hero until he comes back and saves Luke at the Death Star. And this just shows a continuation of that, which I do appreciate.
Yeah. Where like even how he's first thing, he's like, are the speeders ready? No. Well, I'm going out on Tauntaun. Like, just no. My friends out there, we're not doing that.
Yeah, I also kind of suspect that the Tauntauns are maybe not the best creatures, considering how quickly it froze to death out there. I assume the Tauntauns are native to Hoth, but man, didn't do great.
If they were ones that could easily be domesticated, I'm sure.
Yeah. But Oh yeah, so as you know, they're on the rebel base. They eventually find a Imperial probe droid. They have to escape. And essentially the whole movie, like for Han, Leia, and 3PO and R2, not R2, and Chewie, they're on the Millennium Falcon, pretty much spending the whole time trying to escape Imperial troops because the hyperdrive in the Falcon does not work. Pretty much doesn't work until the very end of the movie. So it's just constantly trying to avoid Imperial forces, which I kind of enjoy the whole chase thing throughout the whole movie. I think it's fun.
I still think that's a brilliant move going into the well, I thought of this too, how he said, like, you know, you're flying into an asteroid field, they'd be crazy to follow us, wouldn't they? And then we see the 4 TIE fighters following it, and I just think, well, that makes sense why they're following it, because imagine what's going to happen if they say, hey, you know, sorry, Lord Vader, we lost them.
Yeah, true. Oh yeah, that was another element I really like about this movie. It really shows how the Empire is not the best system to work for, obviously. How Vader keeps on, every time somebody fails, Vader executes, and then the next guy, congratulations, Admiral, you're in charge now. And you can almost see the look on the new Admiral's face. It's like, oh shit,
guys, and the deckhands are just up. Keep your head down, Bill. Come on, let's just carry him out. Don't make eye contact.
Yes.
Or it's also like the robot chicken bit. He seems to think that we do. So what we'll pretty much do is you pretend to fall down and die. A deckhand will drag you out. We simply add a mustache and put you back on the floor.
Yeah. Listen,
it was
he thinks he can choke us to death. We want to keep that idea alive because we don't want him to actually cut us up or something.
Yeah, what I love is like later on in those, you see different guys with fake mustaches and wigs. Like the guy with so many of them. It's like, oh man, you kept fucking up.
But the one admiral I always thought was interesting was the one who, he loses Han when Han does charges the Star Destroyer. They're like, why is he attacking? And he charges, and and then they lose them. And the one who says, I'm gonna go to Lord Vader and take full responsibility. And that was the guy I was like, man, Vader, that was a mistake to kill him. Like, he was actually willing to take responsibility and say, I'll do better. And you're just gonna kill him for that shit.
What I also love is that no one stopped him.
Yeah, true. Well, yeah, everybody's terrified. Oh yeah, this is also the movie with the Game of Thrones actor / Indiana Jones actor Julian Glover as
it's Pycelle.
Pycelle, aka General Veers, Admiral Veers, something like that.
I think so, yeah.
He's also a Nazi. Well, I guess he's a Nazi here too, but he's a Nazi in Indiana Jones. I assume the actor's a cool dude, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a cool guy.
He usually plays dicks, so usually that means.
And Pycelle was kind of a dick.
Oh, Pycelle was a fucking dick, man.
Dick.
Oh my god, yes.
I think
no argument here.
I'm a little sad that deleted scene never made it to the show.
What
The one where Tywin called him out on faking being a feeble old man.
Oh yeah, I would have liked to have seen that.
Yeah, but it's just like, also it's another scene with Charles Dance being fucking awesome.
Yeah, Charles Dance just always owns almost every single scene he's in, man. It's tough to take a scene from him.
Even ones where he is purposely chewing scenery, like in Last Action Hero, he's still amazing in that.
Oh yeah, I'm not even a huge fan of Last Action Hero, but that's it. Just like, fuck yeah. By the way, Golden Child's coming up in a few weeks. That'll be fun to see Charles Dance go all serious against Eddie Murphy.
That will be.
But yeah, I really enjoy the whole chase between Han and the Millennium Falcon and the Imperial forces.
I mean,
meanwhile,
him hiding behind their deck, that is such a fucking awesome move still.
Oh, yeah. And when they and just knowing enough about Imperial procedure to know that they'll release the garbage, and when they release the garbage, I'll just float away with them. It's like, oh, that's actually pretty fucking clever.
It's just more of like, you've done this before, haven't you?
I'm
scoundrel.
Probably not his first time.
Yeah, you scoundrel.
Listen, Han's been around. Okay, he knows. but also Luke at the same time is guided by Obi-Wan to Dagobah to learn from Yoda. Legit,
that
one of
puppet
the
still
best
holds up.
actors in the movie.
Still holds up. That puppet still holds
Oh
up.
yeah, no, the puppeteering on Yoda fucking is amazing and great.
And it's
fucking
just it's
character.
funny to me because I watch it and I think that's the voice of Fozzie Bear and Miss Piggy.
Oh yeah, it's Frank Oz, man. He's great. It's the cop from
Blues Brothers. One
Well,
prophylactic
I was also
and one soiled.
That's right. Yeah, that was just Blues Brothers. I was thinking it was
Yes.
Trading
Yeah.
Places too, but no.
I think he
Maybe.
no.
I don't know.
No, he might be. He might be.
I don't now because for some reason I was visualizing the prophylactic unused and one soiled from Trading Places, but that's definitely Blues
That's
Brothers.
Blues Brothers. Yeah, that's when Jake gets out of prison.
Yeah, which another great movie, by the way.
Another great movie. The sequel, the musical numbers are great.
Yeah, the musical, like, listen, I think
I
John
mean,
Goodman does a solid job,
dude. The
considering
sequel has
juice he has
the
to
sequel has Steve Winwood in it, and I mean, and today is actually his birthday.
Oh well, happy birthday, Steve Winwood.
Fuck yeah, because the man is that guy makes great music.
Oh yeah, he's a legend. But yeah, that was not a great script at all.
No,
and you know, I'm not even saying the first one was a great script, but man, it was a fun script.
It's just so fun, and it's like a big epic adventure.
Oh God, yes, it's a whole fucking chase scene that just keeps on going and
it
going,
just gets
and
more
it's
crazier
great.
and crazier.
Yes. My favorite is seeing the Illinois Nazis get humiliated, because seeing Nazis get humiliated will never grow old, in my opinion. Will never.
Yeah. I hate Illinois Nazis.
And I always thought that line was funny. It's like, wait, is there a type of Nazi you do like? Because you don't have to specify that much.
Yeah, he also does Sam the Eagle, who is probably also my favorite Muppet.
Yeah.
Sam
Oh yeah.
the Eagle.
Yeah. But yeah, he's fantastic as Yoda. Yoda is obviously a fan favorite character for good reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and he has quite the directing career. Oh yeah, and you brought I was about ready to say, oh yeah, we didn't bring up Miss Piggy, which is probably his most famous Muppet.
Yeah, he also did I think he also did a lot of the puppetry for or did he direct Little Shop of Horrors? The musical one.
Oh yeah, no, I figured the Rick Moranis one. I don't
not the Roger Corman one. Not the Roger Corman one. That one has Jack Nicholson playing the dude who enjoys the dentist pain.
Yeah, no, like
he directed it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah,
I do think it's hilarious how much they advertise Jack Nicholson in that movie, and it is the smallest role. He is the dentist patient,
the one who enjoys the pain.
Yes, he does. You know, it's a
what is that? What is that?
Role,
what is that? A sadist? What is that? A sadist?
Yes.
Yeah, like that is also a really hilarious joke. So a sadist walks into a dentist office. Or is it masochist? Right? That's masochist.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah. So a masochist walked into a dentist office, to the sadist dentist office.
But anyways, back to Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, back to Empire. Yeah.
Well, we've got to say that there's some masochism, and this is easily the darkest of the original trilogy.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they said in Clerks, this one ends on a downer, and it's much like life. It ends on a series of down notes.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, essentially they go to Lando Calrissian, who is Han's old friend. And Han's like, I don't trust him, but he's not a friend of the Empire. But Lando does sell them out to the Empire as in a deal to keep the Empire out of his city. Unfortunately, Lando quickly realizes a deal with the Empire is fucking useless. He does backstab them, and that is something that'll become relevant for some of the stuff we'll go over later. We talk about some of the reaction to this movie. Lando's not a great character, by the way, but just a fantastic movie. And I will actually admit, when I was a kid watching this, for me, this was my least favorite one because I liked the first one, and then this one's such a down note. I didn't really enjoy it, but I'd watch it to get to Empire, and then see him beat the Empire. Was like, yay! And now that I've grown older, I know when I was younger, Return of the Jedi was my favorite, and now of the original trilogy, Return of the Jedi is my least favorite. But and then this is my favorite just because I like how this one took a chance. I like how this one expands the universe, gives us more characters, but also just goes to a darker place. I like how when Luke faces Vader and he's clearly unprepared, and then there's even moments where you're thinking, oh, maybe Luke could win this. And then when in the middle of the sword fight, Vader starts using the Force to throw shit at Luke, it's like, oh, Luke is fucked. Yeah, that's the moment when you realize Luke is fucked. He has no way to win this. I still really like Return of the Jedi. I wouldn't say it's a bad one at all. We'll get to it, but I still really, really like it. There's a reason why Star Wars is still it's still my favorite film trilogy.
Yeah.
Because none of these movies are bad in my opinion. But yeah, I like how dark this is. I like the twist that everybody knows. Luke, I am your.
I am your father.
There you are. Yes. I was misquoting it. The famous quote.
I literally watched it not even an hour ago.
Anatomy of a Space Slug.
Oh, that's cool.
That's kind of interesting. Shit, I've never seen that before. Some behind the scenes stuff that is very cool. But yeah, this is just such a good movie. As I've grown older, I really have grown to appreciate the places that Empire was really willing to take the Star Wars series. And unlike the original, which was written and directed by George Lucas, this one was written by Lee Brackett and Lawrence Kasdan, based on a story by George Lucas. I think it's also worth adding Lee Brackett's credit is honorary, as she died before she was able to get any work done. So it's Lawrence Kasdan's script, in reality. Yeah. Also, that's my steelbook cover. That's the version I watched for this. That kind of looks interesting. Looks like concept art or something for the Space Slug. What was that? Oh yeah, and it was directed by Irvin Kershner, who was one of George Lucas's film school teachers. Yeah, I just really appreciate what Irvin Kershner is able to do and just take this to a darker place. Just really cool. For many people, this was the introduction to Boba Fett. If you didn't watch the holiday special, which I don't recommend doing unless you're watching the recap of my live stream with it, which was kind of fun. But
unless you actually want to watch the holiday special, then by all means.
Sure.
I won't stop you from doing it.
Yeah. Listen,
I wouldn't recommend it, but I'm not going to stop you if you wish to watch it.
Listen, George Lucas has vowed to destroy all copies of the holiday special, so I recommend getting yourself a physical copy and just seeing if George Lucas pops by someday.
Because, hey, then you get to meet George Lucas.
Meet George Lucas, shit. Yeah, you just run the holiday special. I just want to shake your hand.
Can we just hang out a bit?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Just talk. Do you want to go to the park and feed some ducks?
Yes.
Yes, I would love to go feed some ducks with George Lucas.
Well, listen, I always thought Boba Fett was kind of interesting because he is a very cool looking character. But yeah, like
it's just I think the appeal
character. Yeah.
I think the appeal with him is just that he looked cool.
Yes, that was it. Yeah. I do think he looks cool, but like
also in my version, he was revoiced by the actor who portrays him in Boba Fett and in this. Like the lines
my version definitely had that too. Although I do have a Boba Fett action figure autographed by Jeremy Bullock, who passed away a few years ago, which is that's a cool memento.
I also like that when he's walking through, he makes it a point to go in front of Boba and say no disintegration.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't say that to any of the rest, but Boba he was he was looking right at him when he said that.
But to show you how much George Lucas was really thinking about Boba Fett as a character, he goes out as quite a bitch in the beginning of Return of the Jedi.
Very quickly.
Oh my god. Blind Han accidentally hits him, causes his jetpack to go off, and he gets swallowed by the Sarlacc, and that's it.
Until he crawls out of it.
Well, yeah, but that was not George's work. But yeah, this is just a great movie. Can't recommend it enough. Obviously, I assume everybody's seen it, but great movie. Anything you want to add, Bobby?
No, I don't think I really have anything else I can add to this. Like,
it's so good. It's so good. But to add some context to this, I thought it'd be interesting to look at some of the reviews and some of the backlash that Billy D. Williams in particular got from Empire Strikes Back. First up, I have this. It's a video by That Junkman on YouTube. Bad reviews in 1980 of Empire Strikes Back. I was looking around for a good place to have a lot of these, and this is probably the best one. However, he uses a really bad AI voice. So it's going to be on mute, and I'm going to read some of these excerpts here. There is no sense that this ebullient, youthful saga is running thin in imagination, or that has begun to depend on excessively, or that has begun to depend excessively in its marvelous special effects. That is in any danger, in short, of stiffening into mannerism or mere billion-dollar style. And that was a review from the New Yorker back in the day. And then we'll just kind of play through a bit here. Let's see what's next one. Here we go. We got one from the New York Times. Her likely to find more beauty, suspense, discipline, craft, and art when watching a New York harbor pilot bring the Queen Elizabeth II into her Hudson River. The Empire Strikes Back is about as personal as a Christmas card from a bank. And that's from the New York Times. Here's another one from New York Times. I found myself glancing at my watch almost as often as I did when I was sitting through a truly terrible movie called The Island. And here's a magazine called Time Out. Familiarity breeds content. From the corny droids to the tired and emotional Wookiee, the events, recognitions, and revelations of the sequel have the rhythm of a television soap opera. Oh wait, is this actually a video clip here?
Mr. Simon, you described The Empire Strikes Back, the second in this trilogy, as malodorous offal, and I understand you're also well able to keep your enthusiasm in check for the third in the trilogy. Why so unkind?
I feel they're so bad because they're completely dehumanizing. Obviously, let's face it, they are for children or for childish adults. They're not for adult mentalities. It's like flesh and blood there. You have three lousy actors in the main roles who don't contribute much flesh and blood. You have...
Holy shit, three lousy actors. I assume you said about Carrie Fisher, Mark Hamill, and Harrison Ford. They're all three great, in my opinion. I think Mark Hamill is actually incredibly underrated as an actor, but yeah, that's a take. Then
ghastly dialogue, terrible plotting, miserable characterization, which also do not contribute flesh and blood. So what you're left with is something that Walt Disney could have done just as well with a drawing board and pencils and colors. All right,
hey, Elam. He was in the background for too long. He's like, no, I'm gonna be in your face. Here's People Magazine. The more one sees the main characters, the less appealing they become. Luke Skywalker is a whiner, Han Solo is a sarcastic clod, Princess Leia is a nag, and C-3PO is just a drone. Nor will the acting of the performers who play them stand much scrutiny. Yes. That didn't age well. That did not age well. No.
That aged like milk.
Yes. The characters take a definite backseat to the special effects, and much of the action seems gratuitous, leading nowhere. Irvin Kershner directed the actors this time around, and without the benefit of Lucas's personal affection, they seem stiffer. And that's Chicago Reader. Wow. I've never seen somebody use Lucas's direction of actors in a positive light before, because that's pretty famously something he's not great at.
He'll even admit that himself.
Yes. And I'll be honest, watching the
really iconic ending right there.
Yeah, true. I love this shot. The Force is with us indeed, and a lot of it is hot air. And that's New York Times again. Okay, and that looks like all the ones they've accumulated. But yeah. So just FYI, Star Wars got shit back in the day too. And I wish I could have found the original of this, but instead I'm going to use a clip from the Birdman video. I don't know where he got this from, but the Birdman's a great content creator. Make sure to check him out. But this is a clip from his video where he plays Billy D. Williams talking about some of the experience he had after Empire Strikes Back comes out.
His own words.
Nearly everywhere I went, fans harangued me for portraying Han Solo. I got dirty looks on airplanes. How could you? A flight attendant scolded. At the grocery store, a man shopping with his teenage son looked at me with disgust. I should put you in the deep freeze, he said, as his son nodded in agreement. The harshest reaction came on the playground at my daughter's school. In the afternoon, as I waited in the courtyard to pick her up, parents scowled at me. Then after the bell rang, I got the same treatment from Hanako's friends. Mr. Williams, you sold out Han Solo. Why'd you do that? Now Han Solo's dead. It was laughable until it wasn't, until I sensed the black-white thing might be brewing.
Oh.
That's when I took a step back, put up my hands, and told people to wait a minute before they criticized me any further. I guess I had done a convincing job playing Lando as a dubious character.
So why would the guy...
Birdman's fantastic content creator. That I believe this is his first Exposing the Grift video. Exposing the Grift, but Ripley from Alien is the name of the video. If you want to watch the whole thing, highly recommend it. He does a lot of the same stuff I do, but he does it much more concisely than I do. So yeah. Yeah. So there, Star Wars has always gotten shit, and this idea that like all the movies before the sequel trilogy were beloved, and now the sequel trilogy is bad. Not true at all. I mean, hell, I think most people are old enough to remember the slack that the prequel trilogy got. And it all just feels like a cycle to me at this point. Just new Star Wars trilogy comes out, everybody hates it, and then everybody loves it. The new trilogy comes out, everybody hates it, and everybody loves it. And it just feels redundant to me at this point. So all the people who just hate the sequels, it's like, I get it. I'm not a huge fan of Rise of Skywalker either. I think it's pretty bad. But let it go too. But yeah, Empire Strikes Back got shit for just taking risk with the Star Wars franchise. And you know what? I appreciate that took risk with the Star Wars franchise, because that is exactly what you should do with a franchise like this. You shouldn't be comfortable in the safe space. You shouldn't just do whatever you think is safe. I think it's great.
No, you should absolutely take a chance. No, you should absolutely take a chance with it. And that's what they did with Last Jedi. And I really fucking like that.
Oh, yeah. Last Jedi. So New Hope is my second favorite. Empire Strikes Back is my favorite. And Last Jedi is actually my third favorite. Because it took a chance. I like a lot of the twists Last Jedi did. But that's to discuss in our day.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is still one of my favorites. Yeah, this is still one of my favorites.
Yes. Ready to go over next week?
Yeah, I got it opened up right here.
Oh, awesome. What will we have on the agenda
Next week? We're gonna be covering Punisher: One Last Kill, and
Ooh. Yeah, that's supposed to be getting
also
released in like an hour here.
excuse me. We're gonna wrap up the Star Wars original trilogy with Return of the Jedi, and we're watching Good Omens now. I don't know if we're gonna watch all of it or
It's a movie. It's going to be a 90-minute
it's just a
movie to
movie.
resolve the
Okay.
series. Yeah, it was
Oh,
supposed to be
okay.
a season, and I think it sounds like there was lots of talk of it like just ending it after the Neil Gaiman allegations, which were quite bad. Neil Gaiman did step away from this.
Yeah, I know. Those are pretty awful.
Yeah, they were terrible, and they sounded very credible too. It was like, oof, dude. But anyways, he walked away. It was supposed to be a full season, and it sounds like essentially Amazon was happy to dump it, but they were able to make a deal to turn it into a 90-minute movie to resolve the essentially the storylines. And I'm like, okay, so we'll see how that turns out. I do love David Tennant and Michael Sheen in that anyway, so we'll see how that resolves. But yeah, that's good. I don't know. I might not be live again until the next podcast, because my daughter's graduation is this week, so that will be on Thursday. So I won't be live on Thursday. I'm working tomorrow night, so I won't be on the showcast. Although there will be a showcast, so make sure to check that out. You have anything coming up, Bobby?
No, not at the moment.
Elam, you have anything coming out? What were you gonna say, Bobby?
I was just seeing when Good Omens 3 comes out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Pretty sure it should be out.
It's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, work's been interesting for me. I'm the only kitchen person, so I've had to kind of put a back burner on the writing for my next season, but yeah.
Chris here is saying he finally saw Death to Smoochie. I didn't see it until it was brought up on the podcast, but it was always one I wanted to see, and I was happy to see it because that was a fun movie.
It is. That is also another one of my favorite movies of all time. I think I use one-liners from that all the time.
Oh yeah, it's just a wicked dark comedy.
Wickedly hilarious dark comedy.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Cardia. Be excellent to each other.
And take care.